how many of us can agree that timing has a lot to do with business, right? Sure. You want to be there in the beginning. And here's what I know is that when you take a look at this company, Vemma, and the opportunity that they do have, which you're going to learn a little bit about tonight, it really is where we live is an untapped area. The entire East Coast is an untapped market. And you know, to be able to be here so early in really us starting to build our team and our organization, you know, that's really all we ever want to do is be there in the beginning. So we're excited for you. What I'm going to do to start off is I'm going to queue up a video that's going to tell you a little bit about, you know, who Vemma is and what they do, talk to you a little bit about the opportunity, and then after the video's over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to introduce the first of our 2 guest speakers tonight. Does that sound good? Yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. Hold on one sec.
Everything we do here at Vemma is focused on 2 things. First, providing innovative wellness products to enhance people's health. And number 2, helping to create an incredible life for those that want it.
I love how it makes me feel.
I do not go a day without it.
I love Vemma.
It couldn't be more fun.
It's easy and we know we're having real results. I wake up every morning, I'm happy. I go to sleep, I'm happy.
I mean, I have goosebumps just talking about it.
It has turned my life 180 degrees upside down. This is the best decision I've ever made in my life.
This is Vemma. Based in Tempe, Arizona, Vemma was founded in 2004. In that time, Vemma has created a clinically studied, award-winning, and single-formula product line based on the core elements of vitamins, essential minerals, real fruit mangosteen, and rejuvenating aloe. Did you know that research suggests that nutrition delivered in a liquid form is 10 times more effective than pill form? For this reason, most of Vemma's products are liquid-based. Product innovation is always at the forefront, and Vemma provides something for everyone. But more about Vemma's amazing products in a minute. Everyone starts as a customer in Vemma. You decide if you want to simply try the products and possibly earn free product, or earn money through commissions. If earning money through commissions is something you're interested in, then you'll want to learn about Vemma's affiliate program. You're about to hear from BK himself, how his goal is to pay affiliates a combined $200 million this year. The good news for you, at the end of this video, you can decide to become an affiliate with Vemma and be part of this wellness revolution. Before we get into that, let's hear from Vemma CEO and founder, BK Barreto.
Hi, I'm BK Barreto, and the reason that I'm driven to create the most innovative and amazing wellness products available anywhere is because I lost my parents way before their time to the #1 and #2 killers, cancer and heart disease, and that was a very difficult time, and, you know, helping others became my personal mission. That is why I hired one of the most talented and driven chief science officers on the planet, Dr. Yibing Wang, and why we invested into a 250,000 square foot state-of-the-art manufacturing plant, and why we put massive focus into efficacy, product innovation, why quality and effectiveness are paramount over everything else that we do. The Vemma philosophy is mission before margins and people before profits. Whether you want to lose weight, whether you want healthy energy, whether you want a great tasting and healthy coffee or iced tea, or would you like to slow down the aging process and look and feel more beautiful, Vemma's got a brand that will absolutely blow you away.
We know that better health equals a better quality of life. We also know that if we eat the right things and take care of our bodies, we'll be healthier. Easier said than done, right? True, until now. Vemma's line of scientifically proven products provide real nutrition without buying the farm. We're talking real whole fruit mangosteen, natural organic green tea, and rejuvenating aloe. Vemma's formula is jam-packed with nutrition. Just 2 ounces is the nutritional equivalent to so much food. It's your nutritional wellness insurance. Delicious enough for the whole family, Vemma's products are infused with a scientifically developed Vemma formula consisting of mangosteen, green tea, and aloe that is naturally healthy and scientifically validated. As Dr. Yibing Wang says, it is rare in the wellness industry that a company would do clinical studies, simply because they're not required. But to have 4 clinical studies done on the Vemma and Ver formulas is extremely impressive. Product excellence from concept to consumption is what makes Vemma an industry leader specializing in ultra-premium liquid nutrition. Vemma guarantees results-driven products that are true to what's listed on the label and a brand you can trust to enhance overall health. With Vemma and Renew, you can support a healthy heart and immune system, help fight against free radicals, and maintain healthy skin, hair, and nails to feel beautiful inside and out. There's even something for the kiddos in your life with Vemma Next.
My favorite product right off the bat is the Renew. It tastes amazing.
I always need that vitamin supplement, and I'm not always looking for the caffeine, so I love the Renew. It's like the perfect balance.
You want to make sure you're putting the best things possible in your body to perform at the highest level.
I was ecstatic just because of how natural it is. There's no preservatives.
I started reading the ingredients on the back, and I thought, wow, I'm going to stop taking my multivitamin and start drinking this every morning.
If long-lasting energy is what you need to stay in the game or work through that afternoon funk, the lightly carbonated fruit-flavored Verve energy drinks and non-carbonated Partea and Mojo iced coffee are delicious and refreshing. All Verve products are focused on energy and infused with the clinically studied Vemma formula for various energy levels, so you get all nutritional energy without the senseless junk. Verve products are diverse and unique, designed to fit your personal lifestyle.
What I love is there's a product for every different demographic. You know, whether you're old, whether you're young, you know, whatever it is, there's a product that fits you.
We're all doing different things in our lives, and each one chooses the one product that fits their life.
I love the taste of Bold. I crush 2 to 3 Bolds a day at this point.
Partea is my favorite product.
I actually tried the sugar-free Verve. I mean, game over. I loved it.
Everybody wants to look good without feeling bad. Body by Vemma is core to the 12-week body challenge with world-famous fitness experts Chris and Heidi Powell. People have lost thousands of pounds and maintained perfect nutrition with Vemma Body. How? The Powell Perfect blend of protein and carbohydrates combined with the Vemma formula. That's how. With the chocolate or vanilla ice cream body shakes, Body Burn, and Body Cleanse, losing weight has never been so delicious or easy. With the award-winning Body app, it's like having Chris and Heidi with you all day, every day, guiding and encouraging you step by step on your weight loss journey.
I have lost 23 pounds.
I lost 62 pounds.
I've lost 43 pounds on the Body Challenge.
It just complete 180 as far as how everything's been for me, and it's a lifestyle change. And the thing that pleased me the most is how simple it was.
Just seeing the difference in the way your clothes fit really felt good.
The first week, I was all about it. I noticed changes. I was seeing it. I was so excited.
When you feel good about yourself, it just changes your outlook on life.
Now it's time to get down to business and talk about that financial opportunity we mentioned earlier. Here's BK to tell you all about it.
Wherever you are in life right now, I'm here to tell you, your past does not determine your future. And let me tell you my personal goal for this year. I want to pay people just like you for doing something so simple, so natural, you may even do it even if I didn't pay you. And here's how and why I'm able to do that. You know, I could spend millions of dollars and buy TV commercials, magazine ads, billboards. Instead, I choose to invest those same dollars in the most effective advertising out there. People. You know, I read a stat, 92% of people today trust word-of-mouth recommendations from their peers over traditional advertising. So when you look at that, it not only allows us to help people with their health by getting the word out, the buzz on these products, but it also gives us the option to help people financially. And whether that means, you know, recommending a few people and earning some free product, or earning a few extra $100 a month to relieve some financial stress, or whether it's to create the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. How much you want out of this opportunity is completely up to you.
Everyone said, you're going to fail, it's not going to work. And I was surrounded by negativity.
That just kept fueling the fire for me.
You have one life to live, so you have the ability to choose the way you live it.
It's an easy concept. It's easy to do.
I can literally do Vemma whenever I want and with who I want. It's the perfect opportunity for me.
You get what you put in. And if you put in a lot of work, then you'll get a lot out of it.
They just have so many great incentives that it's like, why wouldn't you want to do this?
First of all, I got an iPad out of this. I was like, I love my iPad.
When I got that car, there was no better feeling in the world.
When I see a can of Verve, I see my retirement plan. I see my kids' future in that can.
The financial success that I've had it has been phenomenal.
I turned this into, you know, where I was making over $1,000 a week.
I would have never thought it was possible at 20 years old to be financially free.
If I didn't take the chance on Vemma, I would still be waiting tables, making like $250 an hour plus tips. Now I'm all about that residual income.
I was able to fire my boss my first year of doing this, At the end of the day, Vemma's #1 product has really become hope. It's an opportunity of a lifetime.
With a system in place and people that care, success can be yours.
The opportunity has never been easier than it is right now. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want change in your life?
After being in something like this, you don't want to ever do anything else because you just realize what true freedom is.
The people in these stories, you know, they're people just like you. Somebody shared Vemma with them, and they made a decision to try something different. And you never know what possibilities you could achieve until you believe in yourself. And here's the best news. I believe in you. You can be the next story. This is Vemma, and this is what we're all about.
What do you think? Awkward silence. So I got to be honest, guys. That's exciting to me. You know, I mean, for those of you that don't know me, you know, I've spent about 10 years in corporate sales in the medical sales industry, and I was introduced to this concept of a home-based business about 4 years ago by a friend of mine. And I was at a point in my career where I was really open to taking a look at something else. And the reason why I was is because I was really frustrated at work. Has anybody ever been frustrated at work before? Yeah. Or your current job or business? And I'll tell you why I was frustrated. I was frustrated because I found myself having to work harder and harder every single year to make the same money. You ever been in a position like that? Yeah. And one of the things that I realized was, and this was difficult for me to come to terms with this, that I realized that as long as somebody else signed my paycheck, that I was never going to be paid what I was worth. And that to me wasn't okay. And when my friend called me about the opportunity that I got involved with 4 years ago, I got excited because I saw a chance for me to become an entrepreneur. And I understood the importance of being an entrepreneur. And the beautiful thing about it is I was able to do it on a part-time basis while I continued to work my job. And what we're still working the kinks out, guys. This is the first meeting. Give us a break here a little bit. Here's what I got excited about. I got excited about, for the first time in my life, being able to wake up every day and start to spend some time building something for myself. And I got excited about this concept of residual income that you heard in the video. And I got excited about the ability for me to begin to leverage myself through the efforts of other people. And what I did was, on a part-time basis, in a year and a half, I was able to actually replace my full-time income, replace it with residual income, and it gave me the ability to actually fire my boss after in under 2 years of being involved in a business like this. And to me, that was really exciting. And why I share that with you is this, that we truly believe that the opportunity that we have here with this company, Vemma, can give each and every one of you, you know, whether you're here just looking to find a way to make some extra money, or whether you're like me, where you're looking to find an opportunity that could potentially be significant and really be life-changing in terms of the financial opportunity that it offers, we really believe that this is that type of a company. And I've got the great honor to introduce to you the first of two of our guest speakers that actually drove up here from Baltimore, Maryland. They're two friends of mine. We actually, one of the reasons why as an organization we came to Vemma is really a large part is because of these two individuals. They had already been with Vemma for over a year. They've had incredible success. Rose, you know, shot up to the top ranks of the company, you know, have been recognized in a lot of the company's training videos and materials, and are two of really, you know, and I don't say this lightly, two of the best people that I've ever met in this industry. They're honest, they have integrity, you know, they're very hardworking, and they really do care about the people that are on their team. They really do care about their success. So it's with great honor I have to introduce the first of our two guest speakers, Mrs. Nadya Melton from Baltimore, Maryland.
That was so perfect. I have to say, if that was a perfect introduction, right? Yeah. To go on the record, that would for sure be it. So, so thank you for that. And before we get started, you guys, let me just give a huge shout out to Bob, and also there's a lot of other leaders. You guys, here's what we're missing here today is the red carpet. I believe it. I think we need some paparazzi. I think we need some red carpet action. Why? Because there's so many amazing people in this room, and I'm just so humbled, to be quite honest with you, to be here in front of you. And also Bob, how many of you guys know who he is?
Yep.
Yes. So you guys know, right? Now let me tell you this. I've been in this industry now. I'm not gonna age myself because I believe it, I'm only getting younger, right? So, but my husband and I have been in this industry for 13 years now. Can you believe that? So I was 19 years old when I was introduced to this industry. And I met my husband in this industry. My kids grew up inside this industry. So literally, I don't know where I would be, to be quite honest with you, without this industry. But here's what I'll tell you. Over the last 13 years, I worked with a lot of people. How many of you guys have been in this industry a while? And do you know what they say? That, right, everything like falls or prospers on leadership. And so, Bob, we actually had some time that we spent in Barbados, along with a few other people that are here. And I'm telling you, he is the guy that is so solid. He's got amazing integrity, amazing leadership ability. So I am excited that we are all here. And let's give him a huge round of applause, you guys, for doing an amazing job. Thank you. Well, you guys, welcome out. Do you guys know this is the grand opening? Like, we need fireworks, right? So this is the official grand opening. How many of you, this is your very first time taking a look at Vemma? So that way I kind of know who I'm talking to. Okay, super awesome. You guys, welcome out. How many of you love the drinks? Yes. You know, I'm Russian, in case you're wondering about my accent, right? And my parents go, you guys, I love the Vemma and the Verve, but only with vodka, right? So whatever floats your boat. Today, of course, we don't have that, right? But the drinks are awesome. How many of you enjoyed it? It tastes delicious, right? You're going to be fired up. Some of you had a little bit too much. Good luck. So, but to tell you briefly, guys, so we're not complete strangers. I am from Russia, and I moved to this country when I was 16 years old. Any other, like, foreigners or international people? A couple of us, right? And do you guys agree that, like, U.S. is a land of opportunity, right? Yep. So sometimes I talk to people, and they go, Nadya, you know what? Things are tough, you know, in the U.S. Like, there's recession and all kinds of stuff going on. And I'm yet to hear somebody go, man, if I could only move to Cuba, everything would be okay, right? Would you guys agree? At least, thank gosh, we're in the United States, right? Yes. So I moved to this country, and here's what they told me. How many of you heard the same thing? That education is the key to success. How many of us have heard the same thing, right? So I went to college, I got an education. I was a little bit in a hurry, and if you notice, I'm a little bit aggressive. I tend to kind of get to the bottom line quick. So I graduated at 19 with a business degree. And I was ready to conquer the world. I went on job interviews. I figured out at the age of 19 with my business degree, I was worth $35,000 a year, right? And then I got my first job, and I'm thinking, who's FICA? Have you met him? He for sure was taking my money, you know, FICA. So you guys, at the age of 19, like, I, thank goodness, was very, very fortunate to be introduced to this industry. So I met some very successful people, right, that were thinking differently. You know, they were going places. How many of us are attracted to people that are on a mission going places, right? They sort of, you know, maybe operate at a higher frequency. How many of you ever hang out with people that are so on a mission, it's so, like, addicting, and then you hang out, you know, with people that suck your energy out of your eyeballs, right? Big difference. So anyway, so I got started in this industry. I met my husband when we were in our early 20s, and you guys are gonna get a chance to meet him, and he is amazing. And I tell him, I'm like, baby, you are the best. However, come up. Behind every great man, there's a better woman, right? You have to also edify yourself. I believe it, right? Us ladies, we have to do it. Absolutely. So, and we competed. So he thought he was better. I thought I was better. Long story short, you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. So he joined me. That's what So, long story short, you guys, we love Vemma. I'm telling you, so we've been with this company now for 18 months. Within our first 90 days, we hit a 6-figure position. Now, I will tell you, we've known BK, the owner of the company. Now, we actually met him when we were in our early 20s, which is so wild, right? So we sort of, you know, watched him start Vemma. We met him when he had his previous company. So it's pretty wild, but back then we met him, we loved him, but the timing wasn't right. How many of you also believe that timing is everything? right? Timing is everything. So the timing wasn't right for us at that time to build a business, but we watched him do all that he did. And we actually started taking the Vemma supplement back like over 10 years ago. So over the last 10 plus years, on and off, we would drink Vemma. Isn't that wild how like things come full circle? It's really wild, actually. I'm gonna have to write a book, I swear. I need to document this whole thing. So, but how many of you believe that, you know what, your body is amazing if you give it proper nutrition? How many of you guys believe that? I'm a huge believer. And plus, you know, I told you guys I am Russian. So on the other side of the world, they believe in Eastern philosophy of medicine, where if you just give your body everything that it needs, it'll, you know what I mean, replenish itself and all that good stuff. So here's what I'll tell you. Vemma, you guys now has been in business for 10 years. And here's what I know, that, right, there's, you know, if you're looking to make a decision, you kind of want to make sure that you're aligning yourself with a company that has a solid foundation. How many of us have seen companies that maybe go out of business or close doors? Or, some of you might have seen that. A little bit of a sore subject, right? So, 50 plus countries. But you know how many of you also believe that things happen for a reason? Isn't that interesting also how things come full circle? Now here's what's awesome, you guys, 50 plus countries. So here is what's amazing. Actually, my husband and I, we do a lot with social media. How many of you have Facebook? How many of you don't? Where's my selfie stick? For sure I'm gonna hit you, right? So Facebook, there's Twitters, there's Instagrams. Can I tell you today, we live in a world that's more connected than we've ever been. So you could literally go out and build a home-based business right from your home. Why? Because we have social media. Did you guys know that in business and in marketing, money follows eyeballs, right? That's how that it works. So what happens is, with your Facebook account, there's a lot of activity you can do. It's really, really exciting, right? 50 plus countries. Now, annual sales, last year, Vemma did a little over $200 million. Now, here's the best part. Over the next couple of years, we're on pace to do $1 billion, okay? So in my books, B stands for big. How many of you know that if you would have gotten started in McDonald's before they became $1 billion company, how many of us would not be sitting in this room here today? How about Microsoft? Like if you could buy Microsoft stock before they became this huge company, now would you agree you had to have some vision back in the day, right? Because not everybody had the vision and saw what was going on. But if you had the vision and got involved at the right time, where could you be today? So that's what's going on. And here's what I'll tell you, the exciting part. You guys, Vemma, we have completely, like there's nothing going on the East Coast except for us here in this room. And here's what I believe. Over the next couple months, we're gonna build up this marketplace and there's gonna be 1,000 people in the room. How many of you wanna sit in the front row and then look back and be like, oh my gosh, this is my team, right? This is really awesome. So BK is amazing. I say he is the most transparent CEO. A lot of you guys, right, met BK in person. How awesome is he? Like he's so transparent. He's the most open CEO I have ever had a chance to work with. He's been in the wellness industry for 20 plus years. He's paid out over $700 million in bonuses and commissions. You know, here's the payout for 2015. How many of you would love to spice up your financial statements, right? Your bank account. Here's what I told John. I said, baby, you know, I tend to like, you know, good things in life. You know, men need motivation, right? So with that being said, how many of us are not greedy, but 0.001% of 240 million, we will be okay. How many of you would be okay with that, right? That's perfect. Now, how many of you guys have never seen this type of business? Let me see a show of hands. All of you guys, just a couple? All right, so here's what's awesome about Vemma, right? The big difference between a traditional company and Vemma and any other direct selling company is where they spend money in marketing. So instead of paying celebrities, you know, imagine if you were gonna buy a Toyota this month and you phone up Toyota and you go, hey, listen guys, I'm gonna buy a car from you this month. So can you hold off all the advertising you're gonna do this month and just give me a wholesale price when I come in to buy the Toyota? How many of you would love that? First of which, how many of you hustle and you like to get a wholesale price to begin with? Any of you? Yeah. You know, and I'm actually really good at it, and I know when I hit the bottom line. Like, I am so good to get to the bottom line. So what I'll tell you is, us consumers in a traditional world, when we go to stores, we usually pay a retail price. Where with Vemma, we can go out and pay people like you and I to do something that we do anyway. How many of you, if you really believe in something, you talk about it, right? Yeah. If you ever see a good movie, do you guys remember the movie, The Titanic? Do you remember it? It was a couple years ago. Really ages some of us here in this room, right? So, but do you remember this movie, like when he dies at the end, and it's like so dramatic. It was a dramatic experience for me back in the day. But do you know they spent $0 on marketing that movie? But it became one of the biggest hits. Why? Because the people that saw the movie loved it, right? So, so what's awesome is Vemma is gonna go out and pay you and I to do something that we do anyway. Now let's talk about the products. I really get fired up about the products. Matter of fact, Vemma Nutrition, how many of you have tasted it? How many of you love the taste of Vemma? So we all in our house, my kids included, we take our shots in the morning. So we take our Vemma, right? We have Vemma for kids. How many of you have children? And do you know, as parents, you know, it is challenging to groom your kids to eat properly. Especially, you know, in the US. Did you hear this stat? Watch this. They say in the United States, 80% of food consumed is processed food. Did you know this? So, and here's what happens. When you put processed food into your body, you know, it's chemistry. Basically is what I can say. How many of you know what GMO is? Do you know US is one of the only countries that hasn't made that illegal? That's disturbing to me, right? It's pure chemistry they put in your system. Why? Because you know what? They want us to be sick probably because there's a lot of money in being sick, okay? So, but here's what happens. When processed foods hit your system and your body doesn't recognize it, it creates fat cells to store the toxicity. And here's what's crazy. My first year, when I came here at the age of 16, I was very hungry. Like, you know, because I grew up during like communism time, and like, I remember we'd go to the stores and the shelves are empty. I mean, it was pretty crazy, right? So my first year, I was so hungry. I ate a lot, first of all. But second of all, because my body was so like not used to the processed food and the GMO, which we didn't have on the other side of the world, I went from size 4 to size 10 in 9 months. And that's a lot for me, okay? Let's face the facts. So I went home. My mom was in such shock. She did this cleanse on me, which we're gonna talk about the body line where we have the cleanse. How many of you have never done the cleanse? I'm gonna spice it up for you today. Listen, write it down immediately on your to-do list. You've got to do the cleanse. Why? Because not everything you eat gets digested, right? And what happens is when you have that toxicity and it's fluctuating through your system, you know, your skin breaks out, there's lots of issues there. So I did the cleanse when I went home back to Russia, not the Vemma cleanse, much easier, thank gosh. But I went back to my normal size within, I would say, 5 weeks. I've never had issue with weight since. Now I believe in supplementing, I believe in cleansing your body. How many of you take a shower every day? Why? Because you know what I mean? That's a thing to do. Makes sense. It makes sense, right? How many of you, you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? I'm making sense. Now, how many of you have seen Chris and Heidi Powell? You know they have their own TV show. Have you guys seen it? Yes. That is some wild stuff. I mean, they take on people, and these people lose hundreds of pounds in a year. I mean, it's amazing to me, right? And so this is the product line that they use on the television show. Now, here's what I find. I'm a big believer that documentation beats conversation, right? So that's incredible. So they have the shakes. We actually just launched a new product that started shipping today. John has been buzzing in my ear, I swear. He is so excited about it. And it's going to be the first meal replacement shake, and it tastes amazing, right? Who tasted it? I haven't tasted it. I have such fear of loss in my blood, and I don't like to be left out. So we're going to all taste it here shortly. It's amazing, right? So, but the whole body line is there to get you on track. How many of you realize that there's a lot of people, right, that need to get in shape, that need to get back to the healthy state? And here's the reality. I believe that diets don't work. How many of you tried dieting before? You know it has the word die in it? Die in it. That should be a clue for all of us. So diets don't work. It all comes down to once you get your body in balance, once you cleanse out the toxins, once you put the proper nutrition in your system, the body's gonna let go of the fat cells. So the system is amazing. Now also, We got the energy drink line. How many of us know people that enjoy the energy drinks? Sure. You know, I had this thought the other day. I do a lot of marketing. I've been studying marketing and branding for the last couple of years. I really love it. And you know, if you think about Red Bull, you know, their marketing doesn't make sense. Red Bull, first of which it's a bull, the bull has wings. And then the thing gives you wings, but then you crash. The thing is, it's the worst marketing I've ever seen. But can you believe how many people drink that, you know, crap, for the lack of a better word, right? It is so bad for you. So what's great is we have healthy energy. It's driven on adrenaline versus the nervous system. So big difference in how it works. But all of the products, watch this, you guys, have the Vemma in it, which Vemma stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera, 90 plus nutrients. It's a complete ultra premium antioxidant supplements that nourishes the body at the cellular level. Doesn't that sound amazing, right? Yes. How many of you are analytical? By show of hands. You want to see documentation? If you go to vemma.com/science, they've actually had clinical studies done. They literally study what the formula does to your body, all kinds of clinicals. So it is awesome to take a look at for those of us that are analytical. Now, how many of you ate 2 oranges today? Nobody ate 2 oranges today. How about 9 avocados?
I drank my Vemma.
You drink your Vemma, yes, me too, right? So you guys take a look at this. This is such like a visual, and I love to use it because take a look, you would have to eat 3 bags of groceries. Now we're also talking about organic, like no chemistry involved, in order to equal the nutrition that comes in 2 ounces of Vemma. How many of us love to eat? Let's be honest, let's talk about it. Yes, I love to eat. Can I tell you this? So last year, I now call myself a chef, okay? Because I love to eat so much, and I'm telling you, I cannot go to restaurants most of the time because they don't know how to cook. I think because everything is processed, I taste chemistry, right? I'm a little bit spoiled. We eat at home. So I became a chef. Why? Because I love to eat so much. Do you understand? But here's what I'll tell you. Even though I love to eat, would you agree that is a lot to eat? Like you have to sit there all day and eat. I mean, that is a lot of work. I mean, and I also believe you have to outsource. How many of you believe you have to outsource? I mean, I have a lot of assistants, for sure. My husband is like, baby, can you do this? I'm like, no, thank you, okay? I will get you somebody to do it, you know? So if I don't have to eat that much, but I can take a shot of 2 ounces of Vemma, how many of you can get on board in that, right? And how much money would it cost to get all that nutrition, to pack it all up? I'm getting fired up. You guys, all right, let's talk about it. Now, how many of you have heard of Dr. Oz? Yes. You know, he's pretty famous here in this country, okay? Yeah. So Dr. Oz features Verve on his show as part of his favorite afternoon pick-me-ups. And number 1 reason people go to the doctors is daytime fatigue. How many of you ever have fatigue? You know, it's not very comforting, right? Your mind is foggy, you know, things are happening, you need to focus, you want to take a nap, but you can't. So what happens is around 2 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, usually for most people, is when they need that little bit of a kick in the butt. So it's awesome. Dr. Oz loves it, right? He says drink half a Verve and eat some almonds. So that's his formula to success. I like it. I think it really is perfect. Now, let's talk about business side of things. How many of you believe that in order to capitalize on what's going on, here's what I was told by some wealthy people, is they go, Nadya, you have to figure out where the money is going and you get in front of it. Many people talk about depression and there's stress in the economy. Here's what I found. Money is not leaving the earth. Would you guys agree? Dollar bill is not evaporating into thin air, correct? So we need to figure out where's the money going, we get in front of it. So when you take a look at the health and wellness industry, how many of you want to feel better, look younger? In my household, wrinkle is a swear word. I am telling you, I am not interested, right? So all of us, how many of us want to feel better, look younger, right? Energy industry, check it out today, $12.5 billion, predicted to be over $30 billion. I like those stats for sure. So Chris and Heidi, we talked about extreme weight loss, awesome stuff. You guys, they even have an app. How many of you downloaded their free app? How many of you have ever had a personal trainer? You know, when you go to the gym, you have a personal trainer. And do you know we have a lot of personal trainers that work inside Vemma, and here's what they tell me. Eric is actually, who's one of our good friends, and he is like huge, you know? He's like all muscle. Anyways, so he goes, Nadya, you know the biggest problem when I train people is that when I have them there for an hour or 2 hours a week or whatever it is, they do as I say. The problem is when they leave me the other 22, 23 hours times 6 or 7 days, then forget it. Would you agree? You gotta have a trainer. You gotta have somebody that tells you what to eat, when to eat, like you gotta have a schedule. So what's awesome is Chris and Heidi, you guys created a free app where you put all your measurements in there. The thing talks to you, the alerts go off. Because the reality is, you're gonna have to change your mindset. Would you agree? If somebody goes, I need to become healthy, but they don't start doing things differently, they don't start to think differently, does it take a different mindset to get out of the situation that original mindset got you in? Right. Yes or yes, right? Yes. So we have an app. I love it. Oh, that's so exciting. My job is done. I'm so happy. So you guys, here's what I will wrap it up for you quick and in a hurry, okay? Because I like to get to the bottom line. How many of you, and here's what I know you guys, on the East Coast, in New Jersey, you guys are aggressive people. I swear. I'm aggressive and I get overwhelmed by the atmosphere when I come to New Jersey. Do you guys know that to be true? Yeah. Maybe it's just my experience, right, Mike? Yes. You know what I'm saying. You know. So here's what I'll sum up for you. When you're taking a look at making a business decision, would you agree? You, number one, need to take a look at, okay, does it make sense, right? Who am I working with? The type of leadership that's going to be taking this company to the next level. And here's what I'll share with you. There's very rare in business that you can find a combination of factors that align perfectly, where you have the perfect timing, right? The East Coast is completely untapped. When you take a look at the product line, would you agree you can have the most amazing opportunity, but if the product doesn't make a difference, if it doesn't get results, then what are we doing, right? I mean, I've been a part of the company where I swear we sold air for $500. 4 years. Sorry, baby, I should not say anything. Anyway, so I like to get to the bottom line. So you got to have the product, you got to have the international footprint, you got to have the leadership. And here's what I'll tell you guys. You literally have the very best leaders inside this room. So, you know, I am excited. I cannot hide it. It happens to me quite often. So with that being said, I'm going to get myself out of the way, and I'm actually going to get my husband in front of you. And here's what we're going to talk about is how do we capitalize? How many of you would like to know how to capture 0.001% of $1 billion? How many of you would like to know that, right? How do we position ourselves to diversify our income? I believe it's smart to diversify. How about you, right? How about making money internationally and also online? How many of you would love to have an online business? Oh, yeah. Here's the deal. I like to work, but I like to work from home. How many of you have kids? You'd like to see your kids, right? Yeah. So we're going to get into the numbers. We're going to get into the money. I'm going to bring up my husband, and I already told you guys he is amazing. I'm telling you, I've been in business now for 13 plus years, and I've built businesses, networking businesses. We also have built traditional businesses, worked with all kinds of leaders, and I'm telling you, he's one of the best. I say he's number one in my book, but you know I could be biased, right? I married the man. Great decision on my part. For sure. So, but he also is a brilliant marketer. You guys, he's amazing. So if you could do me a huge favor, help me welcome out Ambassador, Mr. John Melton.
All right, I have to give it back to my wife, Nadya. Would you guys agree I married up? Very lucky. It's funny because we met in network marketing 13 years ago, and she did like a testimonial at some type of a seminar, and I was like, ooh, who's that? Now the problem was I had a girlfriend, so I couldn't really be obviously staring at her, you know, but eventually that girl didn't work out, obviously, and Nadya and I ended up competing quite a bit, became friends first, and then, you know, she just kept hitting on me, and I just couldn't say no. What can I say? But on a serious note, you know, we've had a lot of fun working together for the last 13 years, and you know, it's great to be in this type of business because we do get to be stay-at-home parents. We get to have the flexibility to meet a lot of great people, and you know, obviously for those of you that were a part of NAP, you know, we're sorry about, you know, kind of how things unfolded, but also, how many of you have heard the saying, when one door opens, or when one door closes, a window opens, right? So just understand there's an opportunity here, And about 18 months ago, we were in the same situation, just getting started with Vemma, coming from a service-based company. And it was exciting for us because we just saw the simplicity of a business like this. I mean, how many of us can appreciate that if someone likes the product, naturally they'll share it with somebody, right? Yeah. It's very natural, it's normal, right? Yes. If they don't like the product, then maybe they shouldn't be involved in the business. However, I will say this. How many of us would be okay with being like the CEO or the founder of like Huggies? Diapers. Now, would you agree you wouldn't wear them, but you would be okay with selling them? Yes or yes? Okay? So just understand that even if you don't like some of the products, like I don't like sugar-free, okay? I don't really like, gosh, I like most of them. What else do I like? I don't like the Party very much, right? But other people say Party's their favorite. Some people say sugar-free is their favorite. I really don't care. How many of us can appreciate the fact that we're all going to have our product that we like, right? And we're all going to have different mindsets on how to build it. Some people might want to make $500 a month. Some people might want to make $10,000 a month. Some people might want to be like a Brian McMullen and hit pinnacle and make 6 figures a month. Okay, everybody's different. All right, so we're just here to share information. I think a lot of you are taking a look at Vemma for the first time, or maybe someone signed you up, but you honestly have no idea what this is really all about. You just go, the stuff tastes good, I feel good, but I'd like to know more about how to make money. How many of us are in that category? Okay? So, and we're really excited about all the great leaders. I know Bob opened up, but we have a lot of great leaders in this organization. Bob and Kevin and, Ali, Mike. There's a lot of Mikes and Bobs, but you guys understand there's a lot of great leaders. I know some of you came a long way to be here, so we really want to get into some content and just share with you what's going on. You have a pretty good gist on the products, yes? Yes. We all agree that most people already drink some type of caffeine product. Yes. They don't get paid on it. Correct? Yes. There ain't no bucks in Starbucks. I can tell people about GNC supplements all day. They're not going to send me a check. True? So understand, you get the fact that we have great products, and you just have to find other people that agree. Now, as far as the money is concerned, I'm going to go through some of the compensation plan, but please don't expect to understand everything the first day. There's nothing you will ever do in life where you can hear it the first time and you just get all of it. Some of this will be overwhelming. Okay, some of this might be a little confusing. That's normal. Everybody look at your neighbor and say, that's normal. That's normal. Okay, they're coachable in Philly. Jersey. Can we call this Philly or Jersey? I mean, I know we're in Jersey, but we're also right next to Philly. So Jersey, got it. You never know. So, anywho, all right, I can hear some different answers. That's interesting. I get it. PA, Jersey, got it. All right, but we're technically in Jersey, so anywho, just look at it this way. There's upfront money and there's back-end money. How many of us have ever had a job? Okay? A couple of us, right? You never know. How many of us realize there's only one way to get paid? Right? You go to work and every Friday or every other Friday you get a check. You don't work, what happens? No checky check, right? And eventually you go bye-bye and they replace you, right? Here there's 9 ways to make money. But just know there's upfront money, which is just like in a job, right? Like new customer bonus. If I get a new customer, I can get a bonus. If you get a new customer, you get a bonus. That's a one-time. That'd be like a job, right? I used to do mortgages. So when I would sell mortgage, I would get paid. In 4 years, I made $600,000 because that was when the rates were good. And everybody was making money. However, you know what I didn't have? I didn't have the back-end money. I didn't get paid on the mortgage payment every month. If I did, I'd still be doing mortgages. That's how the banks get paid. How many of us want to get paid the way the banks get paid? Yes. Get that residual income. And that's what excited me about this type of business. We have the frenzy bonus, which we'll talk about, cycle bonus. In this compensation plan, you build 2 teams, a left team and a right team, which is exciting because it makes it so there's more team camaraderie. People work together more in this type of compensation plan. If you've never really seen this type of business, just know this is a very popular compensation plan. Rank advancement bonuses are one-time bonuses as you reach higher ranks in the company. Balanced team bonus is when you build your 2 teams. Premier club, an extra bonus. And again, I'm going to break these down a little bit, but I'm just giving you some of the different terminology for the different ways we get paid. Check matching, this is neat. How many of us know people that know more people than us? Sure. Yeah. How many of us know people that are more motivated than us? More influential than us? Maybe they live in a different city, state, or country. Vemma's in over 50 countries. You may know someone that knows someone in Hong Kong. You may know someone that knows someone in Mexico. In fact, Ali, where have you started signing people up?
We're in Mexico, Colombia, Ghana, France. Slacker.
So in a week, he's in multiple countries. Now, how many of us would be excited if you introduced Ali? Yeah. Okay? So do you see the value in the check matching? Because even if you go, John, I don't have a lot of time, this isn't something that maybe I'm really cut out for, and I'll say, well, do you know anybody that would like more income in 2015 than they had in 2014? Anybody you know that wants to make residual income? And then obviously people are like, well, yeah, I know some people. You could introduce them, and if they out-earn you, that's fine, because you could still earn a check match on their check. The more they make, the more you make off their check. Go team, go. Now, Global Bonus Pool is available for people that get to higher ranks. So as the company grows, as the company has more success at the higher ranks, you actually earn a percentage of global profits. So the better the company does, the better we all do. And what's interesting about that is it makes it so everybody can kind of work together. So even if someone's not on your team, you're like, hey, I want you to succeed, because the better you do, the company does, the more that we can make as we get to the higher ranks, okay? Now, the first way to get started is really an affiliate pack. How many of us in here ever owned a business before? Okay. How many of us spent more than $500 to start that business? How about 1,000? 10,000? 20,000? Hands still up? 50,000? Wow. Wow, okay. What about 100,000?
Yep.
So, would you agree for $500 to start a business where you can make just as much money as you could with a $100,000 investment? You can make just as much money. And you still get the tax write-off, you still get the flexibility. I mean, isn't that some of the benefits of being your own boss? Sure. Nobody's going to say, dude, you were late, right? You're fired. Can't go on vacation, right? I mean, this is still just like owning your own business, but the difference is Vemma's made millions of dollars in investments, right? I mean, to have the official energy drink of the Phoenix Suns, and to have a company that puts so much money into the research and the development of the product, to have Chris and Heidi Powell from the TV show, like all the things that they're doing. They just had a 7-figure investment with the Body Build, right? I mean, how many of us could stand to lose some LBs? Yes? How many of us know some people that could stand to lose some LBs? I mean, you get the fact that the company puts a lot of money into high premium quality products. So for us to partner with the company and max out the compensation, you do an affiliate pack. Now, you don't have to get started that way, but for $499, out of the 9 ways that are on the table to make money, if you do an affiliate pack one time, you're eligible for all 9 ways. Okay, so I know I cover a lot, but that's an important thing to remember. So people say, well, do I have to do the $499 pack? Technically, no, but to capitalize on all 9 ways, you do, okay? Now, I'm going to show you an example of how you can make your money back right away. How many of us would like to learn how to make the money back the fastest? Okay? How many of us know 3 people that are overworked, underpaid? 3 people that are entrepreneurial. 3 people that understand the value in starting a business, okay? Today's Thursday. So if you get started tonight, right, you do your affiliate pack, you just, started your own business with Vemma. Tomorrow, you sign up 3 people that do the exact same thing, all right? That would give you 3 people that did the $499 pack. They're all starting their own business. You would make $100 from each enrollment, personally. So that's $300. Because you did that within a calendar week, if you're taking notes, a calendar week in Vemma. If you ever hear them say a calendar week, that's Friday to Thursday, okay? So Thursday midnight's the cutoff. But the point is, if you signed up 3 people tomorrow or just by next Thursday, they would give you an additional frenzy bonus, which is anywhere from $300 to $400 on top of the $300. Huh. So if you signed up 3 people on an affiliate pack over the course of 3 weeks, you would only make $300, $100 from each person. But if you did it over the next 7 days versus the next 21 days, you get an additional frenzy bonus. Does this make sense? Yes. So they're just doubling the incentive to build it faster to get those 3 people, okay? Now, this is, again, something you can earn every single week forever as long as you did the affiliate pack one time. So you see how you can make your money back? Yes. Now, that's considered a double frenzy. Some people will say, well, what if I sign up 6 people? That's a good question. If you sign up 6 people in a calendar week, you can double frenzy twice. So you could actually make $600 to $700 times 2. You follow me? Yep. How many of us know 6 human beings that would like more money? Yeah. Would like a higher quality product, okay? Now, We also have what's called a cycle bonus. This is something else to pay attention to. This has a lot to do with the residual money. Because you understand the frenzy bonus is a one-time thing, right? The fast start bonuses, right? The new customer bonus, that's a one-time thing when someone enrolls. Cycles have to do with auto deliveries, repeat customers, repeat orders, all right, all of that. And it has to do with first orders as well. So if you're building two teams, if you're taking notes, you're going to build a left team and a right team. So let's say you brought in 10 people. Let's say 5 were customers and 5 were affiliates. Doesn't matter, they're all going to go down the left or the right team. So literally customers go into the organization. So you could override other people's customers. How neat is that? That's awesome. Right? You could have a guy like Mike who's going to introduce a ton of customers, and he may bring people into the organization that you end up overriding. All right? That's the beauty of this type of compensation plan. Again, it's a little different than what some of you guys may be accustomed to, but you'll love it once you get the hang of understanding how it works. Now, a cycle is every time there's 360, this means qualifying volume. Basically $360 worth of volume. And $180 worth of volume. That's a cycle. So if you do 1 cycle, you're a bronze. 5 cycles, you're a silver. 10, you're a gold. In fact, if you hit gold and you help 2 other people do it, between now and like June something, you actually get a free trip to Mexico for like 3 or 4 days. How many think that would be pretty neat? Okay? And I know a lot of people in here are going to be qualifying for it, so I would say how many people are you bringing with you? Right? So every time you cycle, it's $20. Now that may not sound like a lot of money, but when you're a Brad Alkazin or a Brian McMullen and you're cycling thousands of times a month, it's a pretty good thing. $20 every single time, all right? So as you build up your organization, that's one thing to track. And again, all of this you'll understand as we go. I'm just giving you some basics now. Also, they have rank advancement recognition. You can get pens and, you know, photo shoots and iPads, luggage, all kinds of neat things, all right? Nice little incentives. They also have the premium club bonus that you can use towards car payments. How many of us would like for someone else to pay our car payment? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Obviously. Now you have to do the builder pack, the $499 affiliate pack. You have to do that within the first 60 days to qualify for the premium club bonus. Now some of you may say, well, I'm in school, I don't care about a car payment, but I wouldn't mind having the $400 or more go towards tuition. So again, another neat little incentive they have there. And getting started. Okay, it's very simple. Again, if you're taking notes, this is an important piece because as you start to enroll people, there's some different ways for people to get started. You understand the fact that if you do the $499 pack, you're eligible for all 9 ways to make money, but here's the other thing. You get over $500 in products that you can sample to other people, that you can sell to other people, and that you can consume. If you can just get started with the 2-pack, maybe you're skeptical, maybe you're just nervous because money's tight, whatever the case may be, you could do a 2-pack. Basically, if you're taking notes, that's 120 qualifying volume points. All right, so it's probably going to run about $150 to $200. So it wouldn't be as much as this, but you're only eligible for 7 of the 9 ways you make money. Okay? You could also do a 1-pack. I mean, you know, you could do this. This does like reserve you a spot on the team. It'd be less than $100. It's, you know, an option. I don't really even suggest that because you can only make money 1 of 9 ways. But hey, it is better than nothing, I guess. Yep. And some people are in a tight spot. It is nice to know that is an option. And you can still bank volume, which basically means as your team is building, you can't really cash it in on the other ways you make money, but the volume will increase. It may not be an important thing to know now, but later on it'll make more sense. And you still get the free website and the free mobile app. There's no monthly costs in Vemma to run your business outside of buying the product. Now, technically, because some people will say, well, do I have to buy the product every month? To me, I couldn't understand why somebody wouldn't. Can you imagine owning a 7-Eleven and like you sell out of milk? Someone comes in tomorrow and they go, hey, I need some milk. And you go, oh, yeah, we're out. Like when you get more, like, well, I mean, we're out, so that's it. Wouldn't you agree it makes sense to have like more coming in? At some point, that would make sense. It's the same thing here. You have to have a business mindset, but technically if you get customers, half the volume from a customer order can count towards your personal volume. So if we say you should get 2 cases a month to maximize the comp plan, and for some reason you don't want to do that, but you still want to build Vemma, if you get 4 people to buy a case, then technically you don't have to buy your 2. Does Does this make sense? Yes. They just want everyone to have a minimum requirement to either purchase 2 cases a month, 120 QV points, or sell to the customers 4 cases. So technically, if you sold 4, like you got your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, to each buy a case, you wouldn't have to buy anything. Now again, to me, I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't want the product. How could you be excited about something you don't want to purchase? But how many of us can appreciate some people may not want to necessarily buy the product every month, and it's nice to know they don't have to if they get customers. And as long as those customers keep ordering the product every month, because these are all consumable products, right, then technically that meets the qualification, which is a pretty neat thing. And the reality is, people drink coffee every day. They drink this stuff every day. Vitamins, you should take it how often? Every day. You don't say, oh, I drank coffee on Monday, I'm good for the week. Most people spend money at Starbucks, 7-Eleven, GNC. They're already spending the money. And by the way, if you're older and you've never taken nutrition, just watch how you feel after you take nutrition. Take it for a month. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. But I'm telling you, you take that product for a month, all right, just the Vemma formula itself, you will be shocked. You know, I don't know what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not allowed to say. They have certain things about making health claims. All I know is just about any health issue you can think of, I've had somebody that's used the product that said it helped. All right, can't say cure, but magically their gout went away or their eczema went away, stopped taking diabetic medication. They had situations that improved. Maybe it was a coincidence for every single person, but I doubt it. All you have to do is really research. Actually, I called a buddy of mine that's a personal trainer, nutritionalist, and he's a vegan, and he was telling me about some of the stuff he takes. I hadn't even told him what Vemma stood for. He just asked me what it was. And he was like, you know, something, and I said, oh yeah, you know, Vemma, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, so what's that all about? And I kind of told him what was in it, and then he said to me, oh, mangosteen and aloe, I take that every single day. I'm like, you messing with me? He's like, no, I take that every day. That stuff is so good for you. And he's explaining to me how amazing mangosteen and aloe is. And I was just like, man, I'm gonna run upstairs right now and take another shot. Because literally it does so much for your body. It's unbelievable. And because it's a liquid, it's more absorbable than, you know, pills and capsules and tablets. That just gives you really expensive urine. In fact, Mike, this is probably your cue, buddy. Come on up here. No, you gotta come up here. So Mike has been in nutrition, and you can tell he works out a little bit for 22 years?
22.
So maybe, how long?
22.
22, okay. I thought you said 42 for a second.
No.
Like, oh,
I'm not that old.
I mean, guys, I've been taking Vemma since, you know, like the 40s. So, you know, you can tell, right? I mean, look how young, I mean, I was born 1949. Just kidding. Hey, Carl. All right. Hey. Okay, so I want Mike because he was so blown away by the product, and he said, you know, I've never actually specifically endorsed or promoted a product until Vemma came along. Sorry to put you on the spot. But maybe you could just share with everyone kind of your background and your opinion on the product. That'd be awesome.
So, a lot of you know, for those of you who don't, I've been in the industry, the fitness industry, for about 22 years. Owned and operated a fitness center for 16 years. And you can imagine, many people every single day ask me what to take, what to drink, what to eat. And it was my thought process that I really didn't, unless I truly believed it, unless I have taken it, unless I researched it, I wouldn't promote it. So people would ask me, give me one supplement. If there was something, anything that I could take, just one, I would always say, you should definitely take a multivitamin. And they would ask me what brand, and I would say, listen, there's a bunch of them out there. There might be 100. Take a good one, try to look and research a decent one, and take that every single day. It'll improve. If you weren't willing to step another step forward and start supplementing your meals and doing different things, that would be the one thing I would say. So when I got involved, I was fortunate enough to go out to Arizona and take a look at it and learn that this product was scientifically proven. You know, spent $1.5 million, that it absorbs 60% faster in your body. It lasts 70% longer. Everything's natural. Everything's organic in it. And the product, the individual supplements that are in it are so powerful for your body that I literally wrote a post on my post, the first time ever in 22 years, endorsing a product. It was unbelievable. I love it. It's a great thing.
And I believe you're hitting gold tonight?
Yes.
Nice. So cycle 10 times. tonight. The system just needs an update, so let's congratulate him for hitting it. And, you know, since we're doing some testimonials, I want to put some people on the spot. So if I call your name, sorry, but I'm going to put you on the spot. So Ali, if you could come up, I want you to do just a quick testimony. Also, Bob Doran, Mike Lawson, and Patty, wherever you are. Where's Patty? Yep. Yep, Patty, come on. You're going to do a quick testimonial. Yeah, so sorry to put you guys on the spot, but really everybody probably knows some of you or one of you anyway. So maybe you can just share with everyone name, background, and why you're excited about Vemma. That would be fantastic.
Oh, yeah, sure. Age before beauty. Hello, my name is Ali Madawi. A lot of you know me. I've been in, introduced to network marketing a couple of years ago, but never seen anything like this before. I'm originally from Morocco, North Africa. I'm a 13-year-old American, and I've never been educated like I have in the last week and a half as far as, taking care of myself and my body. And I was super skeptical. Did not, really, I was telling a couple of guys when I looked at Vemma, I wanted to be the devil's advocate, and I was like, I am the devil, and I'm going to do everything to crush this idea. And the more I looked in it, the more it made sense for me. Been in business now. Before, I've been a traditional business owner, and I related so much to what John was talking about the investments for traditional businesses. The cheapest one was $73,000 to get started, and they all became the worst liabilities I've ever had in my career. So I'm excited. Should be hitting silver at some point tonight. I keep updating the application because but very excited about this new journey, very excited about taking care of myself, my body, and I'm excited about the support and the system that we have here in place. So congratulations for all of you for coming out.
Awesome.
Ladies first. I didn't expect this at all. I'm really nervous, but I will say the reason that my husband and I are here 2 years ago, my husband was very ill, and not only do you go through a huge thing when your spouse is really ill, but the financial devastation it caused when you're 8 months out of work. So I was trying to carry the load, working overtime, and it just never seems to work. And it was after that not only did we have to work on being healthy, but we also had to look at, we need a plan B. I'm tired of just making it. I want a jacuzzi bathtub. It might be little, but I want to remodel the house that we're in. I want those things. And when North American Power said, you know what, that's it, we're done, I was devastated for 10 minutes. I said, that's it, what are we doing next? Nice. I swore I would never do a product. When the product came along, I'm a science teacher, I started looking at it. And the more I looked at it, the more I questioned people. And I said, oh wow, it has all these things in it. I was thrilled because again, we're looking at health for ourselves and our family. It's been a big thing. My father died a year ago this week of a heart condition, and we're all about health. So I am incredibly thankful for the people who came into our lives and chose North American Power. And I think that this is just meant to be. And I'm incredibly thankful.
Awesome.
Hello everybody, my name is Mike Lawson. I'm from Philadelphia originally. And just like Patty, you know how you deserve to be rich if you like nice things? Like, did you ever drive by like a nice house or a car, you're like, I like that? You should be rich. Yes. And I've always wanted to be rich growing up, but I just didn't have the vehicle to do it. And it took me 7 years to graduate college, and had 2 kids when I was in college, single parent. And just to give you the Cliff Note version, I was introduced to the industry of network marketing back in 2001. That's where I had an opportunity to meet, obviously, Bob Heilig introduced me to that company, and we've been friends since then, and great friends. And met John Melton, his beautiful wife, in that company as well. And like Nadia alluded to, it was it was just $500 just for the opportunity to make money. And I got excited because, you know, I was around people that were positive, excited, and I love coming to meetings like this because you're around people that have a common goal. I used to hang around with people that, you know, that's all they wanted to talk about was, you know, a common past, and that's all we had in common was, you know, just talking about a lot of negative stuff. So I love the environment. We had some success, you know, with that company, and obviously with what just happened with North American Power. But again, I believe everything, you know, happens for a reason, and I've been using the product for the last, you know, 2 years, and I love the product. I've always loved it. Always believed in, you know, nutrition and health. You know, if you make a lot of money and you're not healthy, what's the point? Right. You know, so I believe this is a great fit, and I love the fact that a lot of us stayed together. And for those of you that are going to join us on this journey, I mean, you know, you got the first $1 million earner in North American Power, and for all of us sticking together, I mean, you guys are right here, you know, right place, right time. I mean, in business, what I've learned being in the industry since 2001 is being at the right place at the right time. Sure. You know, I know people that made millions of dollars in other companies because they were at the right place at the right time, and I believe that's where we're at with Vemma. And we should, I think we did, just in the last week alone, almost 75 people have signed up just in the last week. Wow. So, wow. I mean, it's awesome, and the products are great, and you can feel confident knowing that, hey, you're not going to, and we all known, you know, people that bought products and it's sitting in their garage. That doesn't happen here with this company. My wife loves the products. We use it. Like, I'm already nervous that we're going to run out of stuff. Like, I'm already nervous. I'm like, how long does the shipping take? Because I want to, and I really do. And it's not just a gimmick where we want people to buy volume. You're going to love it. You know, and it's not something where I would take it, and I have been taking it. Even if I wasn't making money, I'm still going to continue to make it. That's how you know you got a great product. So I'm going to turn it over to, you know, the first $1 million earner in North American Power. And for those of you that are going to join us on this trip, man, you guys are in a great place. So,
Hey everybody, Bob Doran, Valley Forge, PA, and I'm just blown away from all the faces that I see here. It really is, it just warms the heart, you know, to see you all here. And I want to give it back to John and Nadya Melton. Aren't they just awesome?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh? Woo! Great job, guys. It's going to be fun working with folks of that caliber skill set, and I'm very honored that you guys came up for us tonight. And I just want to let you know that, you know, we put an exhaustive, you know, I don't even know how many days, but it was like, it felt like a year of exhaustive research into, you know, making a decision where Vemma came out of that as the rising star, and we've dealt with, you know, many industry insiders, and many of the leaders in the room here helped with, you know, talking to CEOs, you know, exploring different things, and on the top of all these industry insiders list was BK and Vemma. So, you know, we're proud to plant our flag with Vemma, and I can never be more excited. You know, I 5 years ago, if you would have told me you know, we'd be where we're at today, you know, I don't think I would have visioned that, but I couldn't be more happier, because, you know, in life you can create wealth in business, and I could, you know, I could tell my wife, she says, we can put a parachute on you and drop you out of a plane anywhere in the country, and you can start a business and make money. It's you know, you can do that, but to be, you know, healthy and wealthy, you know, combined together, that's pretty cool. And if you could change people's lives, I think we can get a lot more emotional about that than we could with our previous service product in the other company. You really couldn't get too emotional about that. And here you can actually change lives. You can help people live longer, healthier lives, and you know, do well for yourself by doing, you know, good for other people. So I want to thank everybody, and turn it back to Mr. John Melton. Good job.
All right, awesome guys. guys. And you know, it is really exciting to have all these leaders on board. And I can't imagine the kind of research they had to do and all the people they had to meet. And understand they had to say no to every other opportunity out there. And they chose Vemma. And understand they didn't just choose Vemma based on the fact that it was good for the leaders. They chose it because they believed it was good for everyone, even the customer. Yep. You understand? Even the person that's not involved in the opportunity. And that's the thing. That's what's so hard to figure out when you're looking at all these companies. You know, one company might offer, you know, a great compensation plan. One company might say, hey, it's ground floor. Another company might say, hey, we've been around for 30 years. We're not going anywhere. Some are products, some are services. And they had to narrow all those options down to maybe 3, 4, 5 companies and chose Vemma. And you guys are here at the first meeting and you may realize how special that is, and some of you may not, and it's unfortunate, but most of you probably get the fact that the timing is ridiculous. And the fact that you're with these people in this area and walk down the streets of Philly, Jersey, whatever. And would you agree most people are going to say, I've never heard of Vemma. Verve. They'll call it Vemma. I never heard of Vemma. And that's a good sign when they say it the wrong way. You're like, yes. Because would you agree if it was a household name like Mary Kay, IBM, Apple, Amway, Coca-Cola, the opportunity's long gone. The big money's already been earned. When this is a $1 billion company and you could say, I got in, it was a $200 million company, that's $800 million that's going to flow through someone's organization. How many of us just want a sliver? Right. It's a little piece. And here's how we're going to attract, here's how I can prove we're attracting attention. We have the founder, BK Borrego, coming to North Jersey in Edison, New Jersey, next Saturday, the 7th. Now, do you understand, since I've been involved for 1.5 years, I've never seen him come to the Northeast. This is a big deal. You know why he's coming, right? Because of you guys. You may not realize that, but that's why BK himself is flying from Arizona to be in Jersey next Saturday. You should clap for that. That's a big deal, right? Now, and, you know, you're either going to join us or read about us, but either way, Vemma's going to $1 billion in the next 3 to 5 years, with or without you and me, right? That's 800% growth. So don't miss out, all right? Now, at the same time, too, we're going to get into training. How many of us want to know what to do next? Some how-tos, maybe some more details, all right? Now, you heard some great testimonials, and that's fantastic. You heard some information about Vemma, but we're going to get into how to build it. We want to take just a 2-minute break because we know all of you probably had some Vemma and Verve. And you may have to use the lavatory, or maybe you want to ask a question. And if you have to leave, that's fine too. But for those of you that are serious about it and you really want to get started, getting started is great. But we're going to teach you how to launch your business. There's a big difference in just paying the money and going, I'm in, and launching your business. So I hope for those of you that are going to get started with us, or you're really considering it, you can stay for the training. But again, we're going to take just a 2-minute break, just so people can, you know, use the lavatory or whatever, ask a couple questions, and then we'll start right back up. Sound good?
Yeah.
Great. Awesome, guys.
Might take me 5 minutes.
Yes.